Morning, everyone. I hope we're all okay. You can maybe pop in the chat who's here. It's nice to know, so I can give you a little shout out. We'll wait another minute maybe to see who else is coming, and then we'll get going. Yeah. Oh, one thing I'm going to ask you to use today, other than your notebooks, is if you could find a candle of some kind. It could even be a tea light or a bigger candle or any kind of candle that you have around you. And if you don't have a candle, that's all right. Morning, Ewa. You can maybe just imagine it in your mind. But if you have a candle, it would be amazing if you could grab one and something to light it as well. We're going to use that a little bit later on. So hello. Okay, maybe I'll explain a bit about the class today, and then we can get going. And if anyone else joins, I can let them know what's happening. So we're going to do a class about acceptance today. So again, we've done acceptance a few times since last June, or however long ago meditation started. And yeah, it's just, there are different ways to explore acceptance. And I think especially now, because things are changing and things are maybe going back to somewhat normal, I guess acceptance of what we've just gone through, what we're coming into, what is happening, how we feel. Yeah, there's a lot of scope in acceptance, and especially right now. So we're going to do a bit of breath work to begin. We're going to do some written tasks. And then, yeah, if we have a candle ready, we're going to do a little, I guess you call it a flame meditation. So meditation with a candle. And then we're going to reflect at the end. So just to get going, if you can find yourself sitting wherever you want to be. I'm on my bed, you can be on the floor, you can be on a chair, you can be wherever you want to be. We're just going to drop the chin and roll the head a few times. And the other way, other direction. Bringing the head back up. Oh, thanks, Shona. Inhale, bringing the shoulders up. Exhale, bringing them down. Inhale, rolling them up. Exhale, rolling them down. And again. One more time. And wherever you are, just doing a little side stretch. Move the head wherever feels good. And the other side. Try not to fall off your bed if you're on your bed. And back up. Nice. Now just whatever else you need. You need to do your shoulders one more time, or hug your chest, or bring your arms behind you. Anything else, just last little bit. And then we'll come to settle. And we're going to close our eyes wherever we are. So just noticing how you're feeling. Maybe you've had a bit of a stressful morning. Or maybe yesterday was a bit not how you expected. Maybe you woke up feeling today might be different. However you've brought yourself to this class, however you're feeling today. Just acknowledging it. Lovely. And then taking a minute just to notice how your body's feeling. you have any injuries or any sort of tension or tightness. While we do that, we're just going to do a quick body scan from the top of the head all the way to the feet. So noticing how your head's feeling on your spine, how your face is feeling. Maybe opening the mouth slightly and moving the jaw side to side just to release the jaw. How the neck's feeling. The chest. Do you feel like you're curved over or leaning back? Maybe trying to find the middle ground here. How are your upper arms feeling? And your elbows? And your lower arms? How are your wrists and your hands? Working your way back up. How are your ribs feeling? Front, back, and sides. How's your back body feeling? And your front, your belly, and your waist, and your pelvis. How are your hips feeling? And your thighs, and your knees. How about your shins, your calf muscles, and your ankle bones, and your feet? How's your whole body feeling this morning? I know we moved a little bit, but you might have noticed just now bits of tension that you haven't quite clocked yet. Lovely. Let's move more internally. Just notice how the breath is this morning. Try not to change too much at first, so just noticing at first. And then gradually letting your inhales and exhales through your nose become deeper and deeper. Really filling up your whole torso. So on the inhale through the nose, really going straight to the belly, the ribs and the chest. And on the exhale, letting it all go. Lovely. Now we're going to take the deepest inhale we've taken all day, all week, all of April, in through our nose, and forcefully exhale through our mouths, really blowing something away or pushing all the air out of your lungs. So inhaling. And exhaling. 2 more times just like this. Inhaling. And exhaling. Final time. Inhaling. And blinking your eyes open. Coming back to your space. Maybe moving again, whatever you need, grabbing a drink. Great. Okay, so if we're going to grab our paper and pen. So with the theme of acceptance today, we're going to look at how you can accept the positives and the negatives and how your mind might be in two places at the same time. So how to almost make peace with that is kind of what we're going to do. So that's a huge thing to try and do in 20 minutes, but we'll give it a go. So with the first question, I'd like to answer, what are some things you like about yourself? So what are some things you like about yourself? That could be a really tough question for some people, or some people might be like, everything. I know what I'm going to write. So yeah, taking a minute just to answer that question. What are some things you like about yourself? Okay, so taking your time just to finish that one off, we'll move on to the next one. Great. So with the positives, there comes the negatives, but we're not going to look at it as negative. We're just going to look at it as, let's say, constructive. So is there anything that you would change about yourself? Is there any parts of yourself you're like, oh, I could be a bit better at that, or I prefer it if I was less like this? Um, and that might not mean that those things are going to happen. It's not magic. We are the way we are. But just if there is anything that you would change about yourself, pop them down. Okay, I'm just finishing that off. We'll move on to the next one. Cool. So the next question we're going to answer is, I'd like you to write down one good thing you've done recently. So maybe what that thing was, and maybe to just talk about it or describe it a little bit, or maybe how it made you feel. So yeah, one good thing you've done recently. My laptop ran away from me there, but I hope it wasn't too loud for anyone. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Hopefully my laptop will stop falling over. um, so the final question is similarly to recognizing the good that we do, it's also important to accept and recognize the mistakes we make, because mistakes often lead to lessons, and they lead to change, and they lead to, I don't think mistakes are a bad thing. I think we all have to make mistakes. We all aren't perfect, and we all don't know everything. And it's good to at least try something and yeah, learn from that. So, one mistake you've made recently. I'm just finishing that off when you're ready. Popping your pen and paper to the side. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of breath work before we move on. So we're going to do tongue breathing, but also if you can't roll your tongue, you can just do it through your mouth. So either your tongue's like this, or your mouth is like this. And it's almost like you're sucking through a straw, either with your tongue or your mouth. So we're going to inhale that way, and then exhale out the nose. So inhaling, kind of the opposite of what we did earlier. You can have your eyes open, eyes closed, hands wherever you want them to be, mouth, whichever version you want to do. And we're going to do it 3 times. So picking either the tongue or the mouth. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale. Exhaling. 2 more times in your own time. Lovely. And finishing that whenever you're ready, we're going to grab our candle. If you can grab a candle, if you weren't here at the start, and if you could light that candle, please be very careful. Any sort of flammable surfaces you might have beside you, or yeah, just holding onto your candle. So if you can either hold onto your candle or you can place it on a surface. And if you don't have a candle, you can either watch mine or you can close your eyes and imagine one in your head. But we're going to keep our eyes open and we're going to look at our candle for the next couple of minutes. So I want you just to, at first, just notice it. We're just going to look at our candle and take a minute or two just noticing maybe the shape of the flame, what the wax looks like, the smell. So just take some time to get your candle ready and just watch it. And while you're looking at your candle, I want you to look at how it's changing. How that flame grows high, it then shrinks and becomes small again. It flickers, it moves, it twists. Maybe it moves when you exhale a bit too close to it. How the wax is melting around it. How there might be bubbles in the wax. Or some popping. A really smooth surface. And as this candle is burning, as it's changing and as it's moving, notice that it's not questioning itself. It's not worried about the flame moving one way and the other way. It's just doing what it's doing and it's accepting that. The wax doesn't always burn perfectly straight down the middle. There might be some wax in the edges, or it's really deep in one part and it's barely touched another. And that is totally okay because that's the journey that it's on. And each of us will have our own journey, will have our own path to burn and path that might go untouched. We'll have our own way of moving, our own way of being, our own temperature, our own smell, our own speed. We'll all melt at a different speed. And I want you to keep holding onto your candle, but now to close your eyes. Or if your candle's in front of you, to close your eyes. And in this time, I want you to try and picture that flame that you've been looking at in your mind. It flickering, it changing, it growing, it shrinking. See how much you can picture in your mind. How similarly can you picture it? And while you're picturing your flame, I'm going to read a short quote. Acceptance makes an incredible fertile soil for the seeds of change. Acceptance makes an incredible fertile soil for the seeds of change. That's by Steve Maraboli. I want you to blink your eyes back open and look at your candle one more time. Maybe you want to turn it, see it from all different angles. Maybe you want to get a bit closer, not too close, be careful, or a bit further away. Just really taking it in one last time, every single part of it. And really carefully, really gently, we're going to take one really deep inhale through the nose and then a forceful exhale through the mouth. We're going to try and blow out our candle. So inhaling and exhaling. Lovely. And we're going to put our candles to one side. And we're just going to do kind of like what we did at the beginning. Drop our head and just roll our head a couple of times one way. And the other way. And just rolling the shoulders, maybe backwards and forwards. We'll do some side stretches, just nice and gently. And the other way. And the first way again. And last side. And then just whatever else you need, if you need to hug yourself or look up to the ceiling. Lovely. We're going to grab our pen and paper one last time and just write down any thoughts, any feelings, any sort of words of reflection. Maybe anything about your candle, your flame. While you're doing that, I just want to say thank you so much for coming. And please thank yourself for coming. It's a beautiful thing to do for yourself in the morning or the evening or whenever you're doing it. So like I said last week, I'm going to record just a little short meditation about just coping with feelings of anxiety when going back out into the world. I'm going to film this week. That should be up next week. And unfortunately, I can't teach stretch and relax this week, so Taylor's going to cover. And she's going to do a beautiful class for everyone. And I'll put that on the members page, but just so you know, I won't be there this week. If anyone has any thoughts or feelings or questions or anything, pop it in the chat. Maybe like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, or drop us a comment. I'm basically a YouTuber now after all these weeks. But look after yourself, look after your bodies. And yeah, thank you. Ah, thank you, Ayla. Yeah, I know. I love a candle meditation. I'm surprised I haven't done it before. Um, but maybe I was worried about safety, but we all are smart, and I think it all hopefully went pretty well. Have a great day too. Ah, thanks, Shona. Yeah. I mean, it's something you can totally do in your own time whenever you feel like it. My friend got me, um, she got me this for my birthday. It's like a tiny little candle holder in these kind of beeswax candles, and the box is called a little box of mindful moments, and then so I can light it, and it'll take exactly 20 minutes to burn, so that if I need like a moment, I can just sit and like just watch this candle for 20 minutes, and it's so nice. If you just need a minute away from everyone, a minute away from everything, and just need to detach and just focus on one thing, that is really useful. And it's a good gift as well. It's quite cute, like a little hold. Um yeah. Okay. I might end it there, but if you have anything that you want to say, drop me a message. Yeah, it's such a great idea. I like love it. I'll show you the packet. I don't know where she got them. I need to ask her. Maybe it was Etsy. Probably Etsy. But yeah, they're made from 100% beeswax and 100% cotton wick, and they burn a non-toxic clean burn with a gentle honey aroma. And yeah, exactly 20 minutes. And they're saying, yeah, like don't, so on the back it says, don't overthink it, just light your candle, watch the flame for a moment, and let your mind settle. So yeah, take 20 minutes a day to pause and reflect. A little box of mindful moments. And it looks like this. And they come in like all the candles. They are very cute. Okay, I'll end it there, but have a great morning, everyone. Have a great day, great week. Um, enjoy Stretch and Relax with Taylor. I think it'll be a great class. Okay, bye.